I finally finished the series of paintings that I'll be submitting tomorrow. And I find it interesting that the final arrangement that I decided on actually tells a prophetic story. So I ended up keeping only this one from the original three and not touching that at all. I wish I would have done more layers, but the top layer that I ended up with is so how I want it that it's impossible to change it. And so it just is what it is. It's just going to be a lighter color, but so, and then I totally redid this one. I turned it upside down. I turned this one on its side and I added quite a bit. This red, the black around and the line. And then I did this one today. And it's so interesting to me because I didn't know this at all. It's like art therapy. It's like intuitive, kind of amazing. So I wanted to record this before I forget, and move it around or whatever. But so this piece, to me, what it says is there's the void, and out of the void comes the earth. And this ties with Sophia becoming the earth, where there was nothing, there was no planet. This is the earth, and it's just like a spaceship. It's like a space station. It's really obvious to me that that is the metaphor. And then this one, now that there is the earth, you then have the sunrise or sunset shining on the water, right? It's just like it's so perfect. And then this one, I'll zoom in a little bit because it might be a little hard to see the detail. But this one is life, plant life. So the earth blooms, right? The earth becomes, the cycles of nature start happening, the sun and then in the water, and then life blooms. This is the garden. And then this is the journey that we have been on. And this is this dark, scary, pretty fucked up, almost like in chains kind of looking thing that we've been in with the Archon predators attached to us like leeches since just before the earth became the earth, since just before Sophia became the earth after accidentally creating them. And then we are headed towards this. This to me symbolizes or signifies that we are headed towards a totally new and open and good and healed future, something that we are rapidly approaching. This to me is a prophecy, and it's interesting that this just happened intuitively through me, but it's by no means the first time this has ever happened to me. I've had this happen to me so many times that I have learned to pay attention when things like this occur. And it's fascinating to me that this kind of thing is like a personal communication that only I would understand coming through me as my own art. And I just wanted to get this recorded before, I forgot or just didn't bother, and it was lost. But I thought that was really profound, especially in regards to what is happening in the United States with the coup d'etat, that the deep state left is planning and everything, and that the archons who are controlling them and creating that problem. It's just really profound too. And it's weird because I've had these three paintings for months now, and they were total. These two were totally, well, this one wasn't totally different, but it was turned this way. The red circle was at the top, and it only had the three lines, the two bright red lines and the black. No, actually the black line wasn't there. It just had the two red lines, circle, and then just a red circle. And intuitively, I turned it as I was trying to find how to I wanted to lay these out for the submission. It just made sense. But I changed this before laying it on its side. That's the thing, is I added this before I ever laid it down on its side. So it's like I had no idea what I was doing, what I was creating, but it all came out really clearly. Like as soon as I sat back and looked at these, once I had them like this, and I just the first thought was, this is the right arrangement. This feels right to me. This is what I want. I finally know that this is done. Immediately the story just came. It was like I opened a different doorway on my perception, and I just was like, oh, I wonder if there's, I wonder if they would read together in any way. So I've been thinking about what I'm going to talk about when I submit these and what the concept is. And I had the sense that there was something ancient coming forward because these are very layered. There's a lot of stuff that's hidden. and buried and obscured, but peeking through. But now I actually see that there's a really clear narrative, and I might even put that. I think it actually would make sense to put that in the submission. Why the hell not? So anyway, pretty interesting personal spiritual journey that I'm on here, and I don't expect anyone to see this but me. But it's really valuable for me to process this kind of stuff, especially since I ultimately will teach coach art therapy because it is so profound, as I think this is evidence of